Welcome back to Words for the Journey, words of faith, hope, and love for the journey of life, the journey of faith. We're in a series of the 10 most important passages or 10 really important passages for understanding the story of the Bible and the God of the Bible. And so far, all our passages have come from the Old Testament, so from the first two-thirds of the Bible. And now we're jumping to the New Testament for our last four passages. And for the first one from the New Testament, I'm just turning to the first page of the New Testament, at least the New Testament of my Bible, Matthew chapter 1, where we get this genealogy or the family tree of Jesus. And I find this first chapter very fascinating. We oftentimes read at Christmas time. Maybe we don't read the genealogy itself. That is fascinating. Some of the names in there. But we oftentimes jump to Mary, Joseph, Nazareth, the birth of Jesus. But what Matthew does as he begins his story of Jesus, Matthew chapter 1, his opening line is, this is the genealogy or the family tree, the family history of Jesus the Messiah, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Now, in many ways, that's just like that. That's maybe for those of us who read the Bible a lot, that just, okay, that's who Jesus is. But what he's doing is he's connecting Jesus, of course, to the history of Israel, the history of the Jewish people, the history really of what God has done in the Old Testament. So it's almost like a hinge. We're turning to the New Testament, but don't forget all the Old Testament. And when you start hearing about Jesus, remember two things for sure, that he is the son of David and he's the son of Abraham. So all the promises, all that God was doing through Abraham, God is continuing to do through Jesus. All that God was doing through David, God continues to do through Jesus, and I should add, fulfill, bring the culmination in the life of Jesus. So he is in the tradition or the family of Abraham and the family of David. He is fulfilling all that God was doing. But as we keep reading Matthew chapter 1, we also hear this in verse 23. So after Jesus is born, well, let me just pick up a little earlier. Where we read, all this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said to the prophet. So picking up again the Old Testament, the virgin will conceive, give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. So the surprise as we're reading Matthew is, Jesus is like Abraham. He's like David. Actually, he's going to be greater than Abraham, greater than David, as Matthew keeps telling the story, greater than Moses, greater than Solomon. He's greater than all these figures in the Old Testament. At the same time, he is Emmanuel, God with us. So yes, a human being, picking up the prophecy of Daniel, he is the Son of Man, but he's also, surprise, surprise, he is God himself with us. And as we keep reading in the New Testament, we find these moments where Jesus is very much human-like, but also very much God-like or divine. We have this moment where Jesus is healing a man who was paralyzed. And the first thing Jesus says to the paralyzed man as he's being lowered from the roof in front of him, the first thing he says to him is, "Son, your sins are forgiven," which people around Jesus realize only God can do that. Only God can forgive sins. So Jesus, very much human, walking, talking, breathing, doing the things human beings do, but at the same time, saying things and doing things that only God can do. So as we move from the Old Testament into the New Testament, we have this almost explosion of two themes: human beings and God coming together in the person of Jesus Christ. For me, explosive, but also so inviting as we think about who Jesus really is. Thanks for joining us. The words for the journey.